Hi everybody, my name is Ambika and herein I want to make a request to all of you that please guys do go and download Unacademy's app. Right, because these are tough times, wherein we are unable to go to our schools and we are unable to, get our doubts be clarified from our teachers. But herein, we do have educators from all over the nation who will going to help you out with all your doubts, with all your queries, right? We do have mock tests, we do have mock questioning here, which will going to help you out with all your doubts. So for that, you need to download this particular app, right, which is Unacademy. And for that, you can use my code, which is AMBIKA, to get a discount on your own enrollment. So guys, go for it. Now, I wanted to inquire, so how was your day? Was it good? And how's the weather outside? Is it good? Are you done with your food? Was it good enough? Like we hear this particular word good way too much often in our day to day life, right? We hear it when we ask somebody something like, how am I looking? Pretty good. How's the weather outside? Yeah, good enough. So we speak this particular good word way too often. But herein, what we will going to learn, we will going to skip that word good, and in place of that, we will going to learn some other new particular adjectives which you can use instead of saying good. So herein we do need to say goodbye to good and let's welcome the other adjectives. Now, whenever we talk about, like how's the food or whenever you are describing the taste of the food, so you can use words like delicious, exquisite, heavenly, or ambrosial. Ambrosial basically means exceptionally pleasing and very delicious, right? For example, you can say, I knew I was going to break my diet when I inhaled the ambrosial scent from the bakery. So imagine you've just crossed by the bakery and you just inhale that beautiful, that aromatic, beautiful. I'm sorry, so sorry, using the word beautiful here is incorrect, but inhaling that very enticing fragrance of the food, right? So you can use ambrosial here to describe your food. And what else, what other words we can use? We can use delicious, exquisite, heavenly, or ambrosial, right? The next we talk about any of the performances, right? Maybe we have just checked out, let's just say, a theater, or we have just attended any of the concerts. So to describe more about it, if you have liked it, if it was good for you, so what else, what other words you can use instead of that good is breathtaking. So breathtaking simply means awe-inspiring. Captivating. Captivating means capable of holding way too much interest. Gratifying. Gratifying means pleasurable. Spectacular means eye catchy. Stirring means exciting and stunning means impressive. Right? So you can use any of these particular adjectives to describe about how was the performance. Right? Known primarily for her quiet, captivating voice, Sneha sings with a style slightly different from previous releases. So somebody has sung a beautiful song concert, and we can simply say that that performance was quite captivating, right? So you are not allowed to use the word good anymore because in place of that you can use breathtaking, captivating, gratifying, spectacular, stirring, or stunning. Next comes when you are talking or describing about a book. So if somebody asks you, how was that book? So you can simply say, hey, that was pretty engaging or appealing. Enthralling. Enthralling means a book which is very much fascinating. Eye opening, it simply means surprising. Compelling means which evokes your interest. Gripping means very exciting. And spellbinding means fascinating. For example, you can say this is the sort of book that will either keep you enthralled at each moment or send you to sleep in a jiffy. Jiffy means in a like fraction of seconds, right? Is the sort of book that will either keep you enthralled at each moment or send you to sleep in like few seconds, right? So what all words we can use to describe a book? It can be engaging, enthralling, eye-opening, compelling, gripping, or spell-binding. So I hope we will not going to say, how was the book? Yeah, it was good. No, you are not allowed to say that anymore. Instead of that, go for these particular adjectives: engaging, enthralling, eye-opening, compelling, gripping, or spellbinding. Next comes when, all of us love to watch movies, right? Who doesn't? So, how was the movie? You can say it was engrossing. Engrossing means gripping. Intriguing means something which, which generates interest in something. So that can be called as intriguing, arousing interest. Thrilling, which means causing excitement. The movie was touching or gripping. So you can use any of these particular adjectives to describe in detail that if you like the movie. These are all the adjectives which you can use in the place of good. So the movie is an intriguing contribution to a growing spectrum of globalization, technology, and cyber culture. So this movie is very much intriguing because it generates your interest because this movie has generally contributed towards the growing spectrum of globalization, technology, and cyber culture. Next is whenever we are talking about anyone's personality, right? This is something which we all do, right? We do describe people that how that person was, right? So for that, instead of saying that man was good, that man was bad enough, we are simply talking about the words which can replace good here. So you can say altruistic, which means unselfish; amiable, which means somebody who is friendly or who is kind enough; bewitching means enchanting; charismatic means charming or magnetic personality; courteous means somebody who is there with full and lots of etiquette; inspiring means encouraging; and magnetic, as you already know, which means attractive. Now, his helping the old woman with her shopping was deemed highly altruistic by everyone, especially since her home was a mile away. So that is simply talking about his own, his his not so selfish interest in somebody, and he helped out an old woman with her shopping bags, maybe. So this is the clear way how you can use these particular words in the place of good. Next is to talk about a vacation or a holiday. So you can use words like heavenly, tantalizing. Tantalizing means arresting. Marvelous means extraordinary. Joyous means full of joy. Ineffable means too great to be expressed in words. You are out of words to describe that particular vacation or holiday, right? So these are the particular words which you can use to describe your vacation or holiday. Wishing you a joyous holiday break, right? So I think we are simply on a holiday break because of this virus. But yeah, still I'm wishing you a joyous holiday break at home. Next comes to talk about somebody's smile. So if you want to comment over that, you can say that she is having a dazzling smile. Dazzling means bright; enticing, which means tempting; ethereal means graceful; luminance means bright; and radiant simply means shining. So you can say, I can think of something else but your dazzling smile. So I am simply unable to think about anything else because I am trapped in your dazzling smile, right? So you can use this particular adjective to describe somebody's smile. Along with that, we do have words like dazzling, enticing, ethereal, luminous, or radiant. Next comes your when you are describing. Hi Akash, hi. Next comes is your when you're describing any of the exhibitions, right? We all go for exhibitions, right? So how you can describe that particular exhibition if you liked it. Again, we are simply replacing the word good here. And when do we use the word good? When do we like something, right? So how you can describe the exhibition? Hey, it was enticing. Or you can say it was captivative. Iconic, which means distinctive. Preeminent means outstanding. Rapturous means extremely pleasurable. Rare or unique, these are the common words which we generally use to describe any of the exhibitions. That painting displayed in the gallery is so enticing. I can look at it the whole day. So that is so eye catchy. I can stare at it. I can look at it day in, day out, right? So the other words are enticing, iconic, preeminent, rapturous, rare, or unique. Next is when you're talking about any of the ideas, right? When you're describing any of the ideas, new ideas maybe. So you can say that idea is pretty appealing to me, right? You can say compelling. Compelling means which evokes your interest. Exalted means elevated. Intoxicating means strong or hard. Mind boggling means overwhelming. So you can simply say, I know this idea is mind boggling, isn't it? So again, let me show you that what all other words you can use to describe an idea. It can be appealing, compelling, exalting, intoxicating, or mind boggling. Now, whenever we go to any of the new restaurants or any of the new cafes, right? So our friends do ask us, our cousins do ask us, hey, you visited that cafe last week. How was it? So you can describe by using these particular terms. And they are, you can say either elite, top notch, fancy, or reputable, right? So you can simply say it has a pool and a top-notch restaurant, right? Top-notch means classy, like full of standards, right? So you can say it has a pool and a top-notch restaurant. Now, when you are describing a beautiful view, right? So how can you say that? Hey, that view is pretty arresting, huh? Enchanting. Enchanting means delightful. Mesmerizing. Mesmerizing means hypnotic. Unearthly means out of this earth, out of this planet. It is so beautiful that I cannot even believe that it is from earth. So that you can say unearthly or exceptional. That is the commonest of the all which we generally use, right? So you can say there is no denying to the fact that this place is visually arresting. So when we go to those mountains, to those beaches, right? So you can describe it by using these particular terms. They are arresting, enchanting, mesmerizing, unearthly, or exceptional. Now, whenever you are describing somebody's achievement, yeah, so you can either say that you can either use incomparable, significant, sterling. Sterling means excellent, astounding means astonishing, and glorious means marvelous. Right? So these are the particular adjectives which you can use to describe somebody's achievement. And they are incomparable, significant, sterling, astounding, and glorious. Right? So you can say this is an astounding achievement. The senior official said of the impending means which is being removed from something, impending departure of the so-called weapons of mass destruction. So this is a very clear astounding achievement, right? Next goes when you are discussing, when you are describing a question to somebody. So you can say that was a provocative question, huh? Or you can say quintessential, thought provoking, or captivating. So I suppose my opening question to him was provocative question, right? So the question which I just, opening question of mine was pretty provocative for him to answer, I believe, right? Next is when you are talking about or when you're describing somebody's look. So you can say admirable, elegant, glittering, ravishing. Ravishing means exquisite. Or riveting, riveting means compelling. You can use that in a sentence like, every time I get into a conversation with this ravishing girl, I want it to last forever, right? So you can simply use this word ravishing. Let's check out the word again. Words again: admirable, elegant, glittering, ravishing, or reviting. Right now, whenever you are talking about somebody's abilities, right? So how you can describe them: extraordinary, magical, fearless, or terrific. For example, with such an extraordinary accomplishment, Dr. Kalam had acquired a great reputation, right? So we have simply talked about his abilities. What other words we can use? We can use extraordinary, magical, fearless, or terrific, right? So that was all. I hope you will not going to use the word good anymore. And you can use the other adjectives which I have just told you to describe anything in detail. Right? And I again request all of you to enroll yourself with Unacademy, and for that you can use my code which is AMBIKA. Bye everybody. Do take care of yourself.